What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Money Grand National Series here on NBCSN. We are at Homestead, Miami Speedway, home of the final race of every series season. And things are, of course, going to get wild here today. This is one of the craziest tracks, if not the craziest track, on the schedule as far as just absolutely insane racing and crazy wrecks. Drivers starting to realize that with this new track, with the added banking, there is more speed up high. There is more grip up high rather than down low. So we're gonna have to see how this plays out. But the green flag is in the air. Your pole sitter Kevin Hamlin does not quite get the best start. The 29, Jeff Burton, beat him to the line there, but Hamlin has the inside on the start. He's gonna slide up. What we're gonna see a lot of today is drivers diving down to the bottom and trying to complete a bit of a slide job like you would see in dirt. As they go to the bottom and try to slide up right in front of the car they are trying to pass, and already we have a caution. Oh wow, Shane Meal, your points leader. The rear end of that car is destroyed. And the 49 and Derek Cope is involved. What just happened? We're gonna have to take a look. Shane Meal, your championship leader, did not clinch the championship at Rockingham, but does have a pretty good cushion today. He just gets turned around, and Derek Cope nowhere to go. The 01 of Jay Sauter and somebody else made contact there. They came down the track. It was the 32 of Dave Blaney and Jay Sauter that made contact and slid right down the track into Shane Meal. Sent him into the wall. Caution comes out. Alright, let's try it again here. Let's rack him back up. And try it one more time. Pace car is in. Let's try it again. Single file. Green flag in the air. Kevin Hamlin, your leader. Kyle Busch running second in that number 5 car. The 29 of Jeff Burton in third. Here comes Burton hopping down to the bottom. Gonna try and complete the pass on the inside here before they get up to speed, and he does. And he's got a huge run on Kevin Hamlin. Hamlin might have had a problem. He might have had to get out the gas. Big time run down the backstretch. And here comes Jeff Burton's teammate Kevin Harvick. The 87 of Joe Nemechek comes in. He's going to clear him as well. Nemechek driving that 87 car in the Grand National Series. Already has a win this season at Atlanta. Looking for another one here. 3 wide for the lead. Crazy racing car getting turned into the grass. Hard into the inside wall. It's the 52 of Brad T that slapped the inside wall. Driver's door first. That is concrete. We got more wrecking. Huge crash in turn 3 involving Shane Meal once again, and that car is killed. Jay Sauter is destroyed. The 50 of Danny O'Quinn is destroyed. The 64 of Jamie McMurray's car is... Look at that. I have never seen a car torn up that badly. The 06 of Todd Cleaver. The 5th Roush Racing entry completely destroyed. What just happened? We saw Brad T getting turned on the backstretch, and what happened up here? 4 wide off of turn 2. 2 Roush cars on the bottom. They're just squeezing each other up the track. Kenny Wallace and Jamie McMurray get into each other and go into the outside wall, entering the corner. They slide up towards the wall. The 7 of Randy LaJoy just barely avoids these guys. Meanwhile, the 50 of O'Quinn trying to avoid, cannot get that car turned down the racetrack, slides right into it, is clipped by Johnny Sauter and the double zero. Car sideways on the apron. That's Tracy Hines. He gets by. Boom! Nowhere for Todd Cleaver to go. Nowhere for Dave Blaney. Oh, Dave Blaney just slipped through it. Okay, so he did have somewhere to go. And Shane Meal and the 01 and Jay Sauter just nowhere to go. They slid right into the 64 of McMurray. And look at that 64 car. The front end of that car destroyed. Shane Meal, championship leader. Better hope there's a lot of wrecks in this race, because if this race goes clean and we don't have any more DNFs, then he can very easily lose this championship. I cannot quite remember who is second in the points. I believe it is, let's look through the running order and see who it may be. It might be Harvick. No, I don't think it's Harvick. I believe it's Carl Edwards, second in the points. If he is able to, and then Randy LaJoie maybe. I don't think Hamlin is either. But yeah, if Edwards is able to possibly win this thing, and there aren't many more DNFs, or if there are enough cars basically between Edwards and Meal by the end of this race, then Carl Edwards will be your champion. But Shane Meal, I don't know, he might have a pretty good cushion, considering how crazy things get at this racetrack, including with championship drivers. So we'll see how things go. Getting ready for the restart here from Homestead Miami Speedway. Pace car is about to make that hard left turn on the pit road. Kevin Hamlin will lead us back to the green flag. I'm not sure how he always manages to sneak away with the lead right before these cautions come out, but it's the leader once again on this restart. Green flag in the air. Car is jumping out of line already. Peeking to the inside. It's going to be Nemechek and Harvick going to the inside. Kevin Hamlin with a big time jump runs away from the rest of the field, but remember, at this track and many other mile and a halves, they are heavily reliant on the draft, and they got a big run once again. I'm not sure what it is with Kevin Hamlin and the exit of turn 2, but he keeps losing all of his momentum there. 29 of Jeff Burton going to try to make the outside line work the entire way through, but it seems like the way to be fast here is the slide job, and oh my goodness, lots of contact down the front straightaway. 2 of Clint Boyer and a 6 of Mark Martin, both able to save it, and we're going to keep going. Here comes the 7 of Randy LaJoie. He's got the 86 of Jerry Cook right behind him. And the turns 3 and 4 once again. 2, 3 wide. Maybe looking at 4 wide here. Look at the way they squeeze together off these corners. That is definitely not going to end well at some point. And oh man, the 7 got very loose on entry. He's gonna have to keep his foot in it. He's got the 86 right behind him. They're 4 wide, and they're in the wall. Martin's around. Kevin Hamlin around. Big crash. Martin up and over. And look at this huge pile up heading into turns 3 and 4. They're still wrecking. Val Wolf into 08. I mean, there is a lot of cars involved in that one. Kevin Harvick, your race leader. Where's Carl Edwards in this? Carl Edwards running 8th right now. I believe he avoided the melee. Yep, he did. Let's see what all just went down here. 87. Oh, just got a little loose there. Couple cars slid up, and next thing he knew he was on the bottom of 4 wide. There's not much grip on the bottom, so he's gonna wash up the racetrack. Contact with Boyer sends him up the track. He gets loose, slides back down into the door of is that camera cut away? Into the door of Kevin Hamlin. And next thing we knew, there were cars everywhere. Edwards in the grass was able to save it. Unfortunately for Ron Hornaday and Jeff Burton, they were unable to save it. Burton slides back up the racetrack, right into the path of oncoming traffic, and then here comes the rest of the field just wrecking their way right past Burton. Not really making too much contact with him, so Burton got pretty lucky there, sitting in the middle of the track, driver's side door, facing oncoming traffic and not getting hit. But definitely, same cannot be said for these other people. Look at Mark Martin barrel rolling down the back straightaway, lands on top of Kevin Hamlin, and comes to a stop there. Cars reacting to that start to go low. They get into the grass, and the track is pretty much completely blocked here. I mean, the 38 of Jason Leffler gets into the 30 of Stedman Marlin, and oh man, wow! I mean, these guys were all on the gas trying to get through it. Just nowhere to go. Ran out of room. Oh, that is a hard hit Kyle Busch took from the rookie Stephen Light, and then Light gets clobbered right after that, I believe, by John Wood in the 47. Yeah, and then these guys all just in a cluster. Val Wolf thought she made it through, and they started sliding up into her path. I mean, there are cars everywhere. There's too much to break down. There's so many things happening. There are cars everywhere you look. There seems to be a car completely destroyed. See Mark Martin's car upside down. I mean, these guys flying through here at Mach speeds, just nothing they can do. They were all going for the same hole, and they closed up in front of all of them. I think maybe one or two might have slipped through, and everybody else got collected in that. So we're gonna have to take a look at the rest of the field and see just how many cars are left in this race. It's not gonna be many, but definitely the favorite, Kevin Hamlin, taken out of this one. He's been fast ever since he started making these part-time starts. Even won a couple races, but doesn't look like he's gonna even be able to continue in this one. Green flag. Back, or is about to be back into the air here. The lapped cars coming to the inside line, old school style, just to spice things up. Green flag back in the air. Here we go again. Oh boy. Cars didn't look too badly damaged, but they are severely off pace. I don't think they're gonna bunch them up like that again. Let's look at what that did to the field. Three wide. Up front, 4 wide. As here comes John Andretti to the bottom. That's not going to work. And there goes Carl Edwards into the wall. Oh, huge hit for Truex. He's upside down. We got more wrecking on the front straightaway. It's another huge pile up. That brings out your third caution of the day. And I think it's safe to say Shane Neal may have lucked out of this one, because I don't think Edwards had to score max points to win the championship here today. Or not max points, he had to score 180, so he didn't qualify on pole. That wasn't the issue. If he got every other bonus point, which 5 bonus points, if he got those, could have scored 180 points. He would have been the champion, but he's got some damage here, and he seems to be off the pace. And look at the huge impact Truex just took. I mean, man. Wow, that car sideways in the middle of the track, and then boom, gets hit so hard the car goes airborne, and then 4 cars hit him, and he just rolls on over. I mean, everybody in the field, it seems like, hit that 8 car. And then there's Kenny Wallace getting the piece. He gets in a Clint Boyer. Stedman Marlin, Brad T, Tracy Hines' car is destroyed at the bottom of the track, sitting there littered in the grass. What happened to him? Oh man, he leveled Regan Smith. Nothing but smoke there on the front stretch. Nowhere for these guys to go. They can't see, can't stop. I mean, it's a helpless feeling. It is a helpless feeling. But I guess this is how this race is gonna go. Sometimes we get bangers here at Homestead, and sometimes we get banger races. It's no in between, and today it seems to be more on the side of a banger race, because we've got all kinds of carnage here. And if you are not familiar with what a banger race is, basically it's a half demolition derby, half race. A race where you take old beat up cars and you just, you know, ram into each other and try to win. I mean, you don't really ram into each other, but when you hear banger race, that's kind of what people think of. So. 3 wide. Look at them squeezing together off turn 4. You wanna know idea of what a banger race is? Watch somebody play the game Wreckfest. And speaking of Wreckfest, we've got a wreck on the back straightaway as Paul Menard gets turned sideways. The 52. Oh my goodness! Brian Vickers gets clobbered by Carl Edwards, and there goes your other championship contender. Yeah, he's if that wasn't it, that right there, he's for sure done for now. That is not going anywhere. I'm surprised Brian Vickers' car is even still able to drive after that. He took a wallop in the driver's side door. Oh man, look at all 4 wheels off the ground after that impact. Luckily the safety has improved. We've seen crashes just like that take drivers out of action. We even saw Buckshot Jones's career come to an end in the 2003 season from a side impact wreck like that. So luckily safety has come a long way in this short amount of time. Vickers seems to be fine. He's probably gonna be a little sore after that, but definitely if he's able to drive that car away, it's definitely a good sign compared to how those wrecks used to play out. Pace car is in once again. This race is absolute madness, and we're gonna continue the madness here. Green flag back in the air, and well, we don't have many options left. Here comes Jerry Cook and Joe Nemechek. Young rookie Jerry Cook, just a couple years older than Chris Mack, who was originally supposed to be driving that 86 car. Decided to step down and let his friends drive it. And they're wrecking once again. No, they're able to save it this time, but Jerry Cook way out ahead of the field, and I mean, he's running away with it. His only competition pretty much just took themselves out, but he's got no help. He's out. He's all on his own. These guys are in a huge pack. The draft definitely going to be a factor. Might be a little bit faster in the long run, but not if they keep racing like this. 4 wide off of turn 4, and it's not gonna end well for Ashton Lewis as he gets turned. That could have been avoided. He's coming back up. Oh, and Brad Teague nowhere to go. Oh, we got more pollen in. Goodness. It's the 32, the 30, the 54 of Hermie Sattler, Stedman Marlin. I mean, that really could have been avoided. Look at, oh my goodness, Brad Teague's car completely destroyed. These cars are getting torn up worse than I've seen these cars get torn up at any point before. This is some of the biggest damage on these cars I've ever seen. Ashton Lewis, I mean, they're 4 wide. Lewis bouncing. I mean, looks like tempers might have flared a little bit. They're 3 wide. They're making contact. The 1 of Jason Keller slides up into Kevin Harvick, which causes Harvick's car to slide down, pushes Keller into the 25 of Lewis, pushes Lewis into the 88 of McFarland. McFarlane and Lewis save it, but Mark McFarlane just keeps turning right and keeps turning right and keeps turning right, spins the 25 car out, sends him into the inside wall. That by itself may not have been so egregious, but then the 25 car comes back up. Obviously they're entering a corner and momentum has them going the opposite direction. Slides up the track right into the path of the 52 of Brad Teague. Here comes Dave Blaney trying to sneak through, is unable to get through. The 30 of Stedman Marlin nowhere to go, and then there goes Hermie Sadler. So that takes out 5 cars. I mean, completely destroys 5 race cars. And an incident that could have been avoided. So race control, they're gonna have to look at that one, and we might see a penalty for. Oh, what happened to Jerry Cook went down pit road? We might see a penalty for Mark McFarlane here, or at least some sort of a warning. But yeah, here we go. Green flag back in the air. We've got what, 10, 11 cars left in the field. 11 cars in the pack right now. All 11 of them are on the lead lap. And oh wow, like we didn't just learn our lesson. 2 more cars into the wall, wrecking on the back straightaway. Caution is not out for this. Oh, there it goes. Caution is out once again as they came back up the racetrack, wrecking again on the front stretch. Menard is able to save it. Bounced off of Mark McFarlane there as he pinched Jason Keller into the wall. Aggression at this track is always on the highest level. What happened between Joe Nemechek and Randy LaJoie? Nemechek just gets tight. LaJoie trying to pinch him down. Nemechek getting tight. They make contact. Nemechek just doesn't get off of him. Turns that 7 into the grass, into the inside wall head on. Not too big of an impact because they weren't up to speed yet, but still, definitely could have. Once again, could have been avoided. I'm sure tempers, short tempers here after such a rough race already. Lots of drivers being involved in incidents so far, so definitely shorter tempers than usual. But gotta keep their emotions in check. Avoid getting somebody seriously hurt out here that could have definitely hurt Ashton Lewis and Brad Teague and those other guys in that last wreck. So definitely got to keep that in mind. Health and safety. That's got to be the #1 priority. But green flag in the air once again. Harvick, still your leader. And here comes Jerry Cook in the 86 car underneath the 66 of, who drove the 66 again? Scott Wimmer. Now Wimmer and McFarland and Jeff Burton going to take him 3 wide. John Andretti going to take him 4 wide. The aggression has not calmed down at all, and they're bouncing off each other. Andretti, he thought about it. He could have very easily turned him, but doesn't, because he actually cares about safety for his competitors. So that is nice to see. We avoided a wreck, boys. We did not have another avoidable crash taking place. But we're still racing just as hard, just as aggressively as we were before. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see another wreck before the end of this thing, but definitely hoping it goes green all the way. Aggressive move underneath Nemechek made by the 66 of Scott Wimmer. 3 wide off turn 2. Nemechek holding it tight down on his door. Usually see them make it out of that fine here. John Andretti trying to stay in this battle, stay in the fight, keep these positions, but he's gonna have to fall back. trying to reel in the 21. Jump through a little bit here. Oh, whoa, whoa, lap cars? Yeah, it's Jason Keller. No, not lap cars. Just slow for whatever reason. Looks like Keller might have gotten into the wall. Yeah, they did get into the wall. Cook, Keller, and Wimmer 3 wide, and Keller and Cook go into the outside wall. That's going to slow the both of them down. Now here comes the 66 of Scott Wimmer. See what he can do. And Jerry Cook has fallen back big time. He might have used up all his stuff. Meanwhile, Scott Wimmer trying to chase down Kevin Harvick, the dominant driver of the first half of the season in this series. And the caution is out. 87, Joe Nemechek gets turned around 3 wide off of turn 4. Turn 4, treacherous here. It's where we see the most wrecks at this track. Although most of them today have been off turn 2. And yeah, that brings out the yellow. So a restart here. We'll stack them on up. And we might see a double file restart just because of how close we are to the end and how clean things have been as of late. So don't be surprised if we end up racking them up double file here. No, we do not. We keep a single file. I don't blame them. As wild as this race has been. Green flag back in the air. Jerry Cook to the inside of Mark McFarland. Here comes the 87 of Nemechek now trying to regain some positions. The good thing with such a small field is that if you get spun or you bring out the caution, you might have to go to the back, but you won't have many spots to have to regain. As Paul Nard off pace, lots of damage to that race car. He's just trying to make it to the end. 88 of McFarland underneath, 3 wide behind them. Here comes Cook up behind the 87. The 87 goes up the racetrack trying to get a good arc. Jerry Cook gets tight. It's going to slide up, but he's going to stay underneath that 87 and try to clear him off turn 2 here. Is not able to, but he's worked his way up to 4th as he uses the draft. Off the 10 and the 66 being side by side to pull himself forward and clear the 86 or 87 car. Now the 86 working his way up, trying to look for 3rd as he pulls in behind the 10 of John Andretti. Meanwhile, up front is all Kevin Harvick. Side by side, though, off turn 2, heading down the back straightaway. Andretti and Wimmer side by side for 2nd. That's something I never really thought I would say. That just shows you how crazy this race has been so far, though. Jump through. I can't remember if there's been another caution or not, and right as I say that, we have another caution. I believe it was for debris, but let me double check just to be 100% sure. Let's see. Yep, caution is out right here. No cars stopped or anything. Pace cars hitting an invisible wall. What is going on? I've seen it all today. So yeah, caution's out. Looks like race control decided they wanted to spice things up here. At the end of the race, we're going to finish with a 2-lap shootout here. Green-white checkers. And a double file restart. They want the fans to have something exciting to see at the end of the final race of the season. Green flag is in the air. Championship has already been decided. Shane Mills your champion. We got nothing else to worry about. Let's just see some good racing to the finish. The green flag back out here from Homestead. 3 wide for 2nd place. Here comes Jerry Cook for Papyrus Racing in a number 86. Trying to get a win here today. Will he have enough time to run down Kevin Harvick? Harvick is gone. He's the only car out here with no damage. Off of turn 4 for the final, or 2nd to final time. White flag in the air. One more time around for Kevin Harvick. And the battle for 2nd All eyes are on the battle for second here. 3 wide. Looking at 4 wide off turn 2. Contact being made. Round goes Nemechek. Into the inside wall hard. No caution. It's the final lap. I mean, the caution is out, but they're still going to race back to it. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Harvick is going to win. And at the stripe, Cook and Wimmer side by side. It's going to be Scott Wimmer edging out the 86 for second place. And Joe Nemechek's rear end is destroyed as he comes across the start-finish line. Let's see what happened to Nemechek on the final lap. Looks like they were 4 wide and they just ran out of room. Oh, Nemechek got into the 66, so Wimmer, oh, that's a hard hit into that concrete wall on the inside. But Nemechek got into Wimmer, pushed him down across the nose of McFarlane. No fault of McFarlane's there in that wreck. They just kind of got tangled up, racing hard on the final lap. So what a season. A crazy battle there at the end. What a race, what a season it's been. Thank y'all for sticking with me here through this extremely long 2006 season. We're finally bringing it to a close. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe. Shane Meal. There we go. Is your champion. I can't wait for 2007. It's going to be such a good one. And yeah, I've got a lot of time on my hands now these 2 weeks over the break to work on the 2007 season. So hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. And until then, peace.